Hello and welcome to Outside Xbox. You're watching Show of the Week. I'm Andy. So, it's Mike.
Yes, I know what my name is. I'm still mad at you and Jane for leaving me at PAX East.
It's fine, you made it back in the end. What's the big deal?
Yeah, only after hitchhiking back on 2 chicken trucks, a transatlantic ship, and then another chicken truck.
Yeah, well, what about me? I had to sit here on this comfortable sofa for absolutely ages, waiting for you and your bloody chicken truck convoy. Anyway, it wasn't too bad in the end. Got the old Xbox here, so I was actually able to get into Final Fantasy VII, which I'd never played before.
Eris dies.
Fine reason.
You should still play Final Fantasy VII though. It is good.
Is it?
Yes.
No, is it?
Yes.
Alright, tell me why.
Fine.
You got a chicken feather.
Get off. All right, Andy. This is Final Fantasy VII. Classic game. Final Fantasy VII.
Why is everyone shaped weird?
Because it was the 90s. This is Cloud. He's not called Cloud at the moment.
He's called ex-soldier.
Yeah, it's because he's a former soldier.
Really?
Yeah.
What is he, 12?
I mean, he does look like he's 12, but no, I think he's in his late teens, early 20s, probably.
Oh, of course, so he'll have completed several tours of duty.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I never played this because
Why not?
I didn't have a PlayStation at the time
Right.
when it came out. I had friends who had PlayStations, and I would occasionally borrow them to play things like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And Metal Gear Solid, but none of my friends had Final Fantasy, so I never played it.
Fair enough.
So when you played this when it came out, what, 1997?
Yeah, I played it sort of shortly after. You know when it came out on Platinum
Yes.
for the PlayStation, so a little bit after. But yeah, it was fairly contemporaneous to it coming out, and yeah, I was blown away by just the sheer scale of it, the sort of characters, the world that was created. So it's a very like it's a combination of sort of fantasy and kind of industrial-looking, technical stuff. You can rename yourself Bumface if you want, a bit like Zelda.
Sure.
We'll stick with Cloud for the moment, just because otherwise it's going to get confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so a lot of technology, and the central conflict is like technology and sort of nature kind of clashing.
Okay.
But you start off in a city called Midgar, which is this enormous sort of disc-shaped city with different sectors, and there's a sort of upper disc where all the rich people live, and then a lower disc where all the slums are and all the poor people live. So classic dystopian setup right there.
So when this, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at the blend of, look, there's the Shinra Tower.
So this is the remastered version of the original, but there is also a remake of the original
on the way
coming out for the PlayStation.
Yes.
And this isn't that.
I think it's coming out for Xbox as well.
Oh, is it? Okay.
But it's been advertised at PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is available for the Xbox.
Yes, for the first time.
Okay, so this is you can never get this on an Xbox.
You've never been able to get it on a 360.
Wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
And now it's on the Xbox One. It's obviously like sharpened up, so...
Well, they've sharpened up the character models.
Yeah, exactly.
The
rest
backgrounds are still a bit...
So apparently, the background, like all the original like source files for the 3D renders of the backgrounds were lost. So all they can do is kind of smooth them out and touch them up. They don't have the original 3D files, so it's not like they can re-render them in high res, which is a real shame because they're really detailed and beautiful, and you can tell that like when they were originally a 3D model, they probably looked incredible.
Yeah, but the fact that the character models are so much crisper than the background is a little
bit distracting.
A little bit clashy.
I'll confess, it was sort of similar even on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was not as pronounced, but yeah, like, but they've done a bit of work on the shading and things like that, and certainly the battles, like the texture on that door, for example, is way sharper than it would have been previously.
That's cool.
So we're in a reactor. We're like a terrorist organisation, basically, like an eco-terrorist organisation.
Right. Okay.
Who are breaking into a reactor to kind of destroy it, to sort of say up yours to the Shinra Corporation. Okay. Who are sucking the planet dry of all its resources.
So what sort of form does the general gameplay take? You run around exploring dungeons and like doing turn-based combat?
It's sort of, I wouldn't say it's as like formalised as dungeons. I mean, this is sort of as dungeony as the game sort of gets. It's much more like the places are kind of coherent worlds and, you know, like cities and places like that feel like real places, and they're full of people to talk to. There's like tens of thousands of lines of dialogue, and various different locations. And there's so much variety in the world as well. Like this is obviously a kind of very industrial looking city, but there's a kind of, you know, there's like a beachside place and sort of snowy mountains, and it really feels like an entire planet's worth of of sort of different environments and things. You know, it's like Star Wars thing where it's just like every planet is just a single sort of thing. It's like the ice planet or the desert planet.
It's single biome.
Yeah, this is like as diverse as Earth is. Basically.
Still can't get over Cloud's arms. Like what? What is that about?
I don't know. He's just got massive forearms, like
Popeye.
Popeye, yeah, basically.
How do you hold it?
I've gone. I do that quite often.
Every time.
Just go back out into the place.
Do that in like Resident Evil with the pre-rendered backgrounds. Oh, that's cool though.
And every so often you get, like in all Final Fantasy games, you get jumped when you're just running around.
Is it playing that good music?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's one of the great tunes.
Really like this music.
There's two really good ones. There's this, and then the boss one is a kind of.
So what's a flashing limit thing mean?
So limit break is normally you have to get beaten up a bit and your limit break builds, and then it's like you get angry and you do your big move.
Special
but it's dishing them out pretty quickly for some reason. I guess because we're like
tutorializing you.
Yeah,
spinning that enormous sword around.
That thing. I mean, have you ever tried to carry a giant actual metal sword? I went to a Dark Souls thing and I had
a Zweihander.
Yeah, a giant Zweihander, and I was like, I had to like rest it on my shoulder to pose for the obligatory picture.
Telling me you didn't spin it around.
I did not spin it around because I would have actually killed someone, including myself. So yeah, this is the other part of the game, which is like the active time battle stuff. I don't really understand why we've got like limit breaks for everything.
It's probably tutorializing you.
Maybe.
Showing you how to use it.
I feel like I'm cheating. It feels like cheating. Here we go. Here's a normal attack. So normal attack is just like, oh, no, I've got my limit break as well.
Do it.
That's right. It's there. Go.
All right.
I don't know. I wonder whether it's that icon. I don't know whether I've accidentally activated some sort of cheat.
Some sort of casual mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, easy mode.
So do you think you'll be playing through this again?
You know what? Not on Xbox, I don't think.
Okay.
But it's also out on Switch.
Okay. I think it would work pretty well as a mobile.
Yeah, as a mobile game. Given that it's so massive and it takes hours and hours and hours, I think these days I just don't have that amount of time to sit in front of my TV and play a massive RPG. But playing it on the Switch, where you can do a little bit on a train journey or whatever.
Yeah. I've always felt like this was a pretty big gap in my gaming knowledge, having never played Final Fantasy VII. Like I've played other Final Fantasy games, but just 7 because of the timing of it, I never got around to. So I feel like it's something I really should. It's like a classic novel I've never read.
Exactly, yeah. And I know Jane prefers 8, maybe because of Sexy Squall Leonhardt. But
I mean, what's not to love?
But it is a good game, and I think you should definitely give it a go. But I don't know. Because I've got so much of a nostalgic attachment to it, I don't know whether it will be as compelling played. If you don't have that past memory.
Now, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get to the first boss, and then we'll finish up. Okay. I really, honestly don't know what I've done to deserve all these limit breaks. So the guy who composed the music has like a band called the Black Mages,
awesome.
And they've like covered some of the boss themes and stuff from Final Fantasy.
That's
and
so
it's
cool.
absolutely awesome.
I love it.
The music in this game in general is great.
Oh, you got cross slash.
Yeah, that's my next limit break, which is... This is some weird... I don't know what I've done with this remastered version, but there you go. Right, so we're going to blow the reactor, which makes sense. Oh, repressed memories.
What? Was that a memory?
Yeah, look. I'm like, huh?
Oh, intrigue.
Yeah.
Have you got
mysterious past?
Have you got amnesia?
Yeah, I've got some serious amnesia and weird demons and stuff. All will be revealed approximately 45 hours into the story.
What a case of explosive amnesia.
Heads up, here he comes. Oh, big fight.
Oh, you got to fight the bomb.
I've got to fight something.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Who's
Spider robot thing, scorpion thing.
He's come to stop you doing that stuff.
Look, I've got my second limit break and I don't really understand why.
Do it. Give him a cross slash.
It's gonna happen.
He's got infinity lights. I do like Barrett's chain gun armor though.
Yeah, he is an exact Mr. T ripoff. Like he's constantly calling people fool and all this
to get
stuff.
on planes.
Yeah, all that stuff. It's sort of egregious the way they've just basically robbed Mr. T's character.
Nice. You know, Kenny Omega's tag team with Golden Lovers has a tag team move called the cross slash.
That's pretty cool. That's definitely 100% nicked from this, and he does One-Winged Angel as well, which is also from Final Fantasy.
A lot of his ring gear references Sephiroth.
See, your hero Kenny Omega likes this game, so you definitely need to
really gotta get into it. Yeah.
There's a boss in this that is like an undead ghost type things, and you can beat him by giving him a potion, and it heals him and kills him basically.
That's cool.
So there's some kind of like neat quirks and stuff to some of the combat, time limits, things like that. And we are really rattling through this with all these limit breaks. I've definitely broken this game somehow.
Chosen the infinite limit break.
Yeah.
I think, is that done for him?
Yeah, he's done.
Nice.
He's faded away into a red mist. It's good. I like the really chill like post anthem.
Yeah.
Mind
blow.
Oh my god.
Take the assault gun.
Yeah, I think we can fit the assault gun to Barrett.
Sweet, just slot it in.
Yeah. And you'll see he has when we next go into battle, he'll have a different.
Did he just climb inside you?
Yeah, he did. Yes.
Fine.
We're very close friends. So if I go to item
assault gun,
so that can be equipped to. Let's go. Yeah, equip to Barrett. There we go. Right.
I'm not sure about those. Well, I'm not sure about that timer graphic for a start. Look at that.
Yeah, it's not. It's kind of suffered somewhat from the from the upscaling. I think.
Also, when you bring up those menu screens,
yes,
the smoothing on
there's some smoothing going.
I'm fine with blocky fonts, game developers. If you want to just have an old school, extremely blocky font, that's fine. Don't need to smooth everything off.
Yeah, they have done a bit of a job on it, haven't they?
Yeah.
But we need to turn around. There we go. Yeah,
hit him with that assault gun.
I'm doing it. Look, it's different. Can you see how it's different?
Yeah.
It's got a little like magazine type thing underneath. Yeah, I suspect maybe there's a way to turn off the kind of graphics smoothing and stuff. There usually is in these things. But...
that's cool. All right, well, I'm convinced. I'm gonna play it.
Have a crack at it?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one.
They were up to Final Fantasy VII in 1997, so who knows what number they're up to now?
15.
1 million, probably. Oh, that's mad.
It's Final Fantasy 15.
And they call it Final Fantasy. I should write that down.
Came out a couple of years ago, actually.
Yeah, I guess there's just no way of knowing. Okay, do you want to do some comments?
Sure.
Hello?
Andy, where are you? We're all waiting for you.
For me?
Yeah, in the Boston Convention Centre. We need to film this PAX East stuff.
Oh, yes, PAX East. That's this week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this week. Where are you? Is that the studio?
No, it's the bathroom. I'll be right over.
Why don't we kick off with some comments from Show of the Week of last week, which, as you'll remember, Andy, was all about PAX East 2019.
That show that we were at.
Gosh, that seems a while ago now.
Yeah.
And yet,
was there ever
it
really
was only a week.
The real
Do you want
PAX,
to comment?
Yeah, the real PAX was the friends we made along the way.
What friends did you make along the way?
The security guards. That guy CJ, he was nice.
Oh yeah, hi CJ. Okay, right, comments. Mike and Andy dancing to Rhythm of the Night is one of those moments I never knew I needed in my life until I saw it. And I am so here for it, says Angelus Erarus.
Slowly zoom out to reveal the empty stage.
Yes, this is part of PAX's whole thing about like putting so much stuff there that there's too much for anyone to do.
Okay.
So we've got things like the retro lending library where we played Tony Hawk's
classic console
Pro
free
Skater.
play area. Yes, I know it
which
well.
was great. And then they had like the AFK lounge where you could go and chill out, and they had the tabletop area.
Right.
But also they're like, why don't we just set up a stage where you can play Just Dance?
There's a big old dance stage for dancing on.
And no one was on it, amazingly. Can you believe?
Incredibly, it was abandoned.
Can you believe?
We found it unguarded, so they couldn't stop us
and we were like, yes.
from taking it.
So we got up
and
there.
the funny thing was it was a huge stage, but I assume for safety reasons it had a little note up saying, please no more than 2 dancing at any one time.
But you only need 2
in case you end up punching each other in the face on accident.
When it's me and Mike, you only need 2 dances.
So we saw...
create the illusion of hundreds more.
I did some dancing too, and then
you did.
swapped out with Mike.
You tagged out.
Yeah.
For some reason I had to do the entire song. But probably because I'm the best dancer.
It's probably that.
Yeah, probably. But it was good. I've not played Just Dance for a while. And
Just Dance 2019.
Yeah.
Rhythm of the Night, get into it.
The routine
it's
for
a new little song.
Yeah, it's a
hot new, big, guys.
Hot new track.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had a lot of my particular favourite dance move.
What's that?
Which is the grab.
Oh, the grab and pull.
The grab and pull.
Okay. Yeah, you've been practicing that one, I can tell.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Grab that rhythm. Grab it and pull it.
And then you pull the rhythm
Capture
towards
the
you.
rhythm
And then
of the night.
you're grabbing rhythm out of the air. There's rhythm in every direction.
Is this going to be an ongoing feature weekly of Show of the week now.
Yeah, I think
A
so.
little bit of
Andy's dance move of
dancing.
the week. It's this
If
week.
you
It's
could
the
be a
grab and
different
pull.
move each week, not just the grab and pull.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
The foot grab thigh pump. That's next week.
Come on back next week for the foot grab thigh pump.
Yeah, but that was great. Kudos, PAX, for having
That was
a dancing
fun.
stage.
And to
then
be honest, it was reasonably empty. That was like the first day.
it was reasonably empty until we got up there,
that's
and then when we got
true.
off, there was a queue.
Yeah.
So
Just needed some
needed some brilliant dances to show
some
everyone how
terrible
it was done.
dances to take the pressure off
People
everyone.
are like, whoa, you get to do the grab pull. I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Ubisoft, is what we're saying. We
Right.
should be brand ambassadors.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Just Dance brand ambassadors.
Ubisoft, call us.
Yes.
We'll do it.
Okay. Another comment, this one from Aspen Hansen, who says, sees piles of tabletop games. I'm incredibly sad that I can't play them. A perfect day is one full of tabletop games.
Yeah, I didn't realise PAX did this.
Yeah.
So they've got the convention hall bit, which is
Yeah.
like a giant aircraft hangar, and then like the back third of the building is just tables.
So many tables and
like
chairs.
stacks of board games, and
Yeah.
you can just go and take one and sit down and just play a board game.
Like a lending library of board games, which
Yeah.
is really cool. And they do these sort of traffic cones, and they say
so good.
L for G. So when you're looking for group, you can just get one of these, and it's a little visual sign that you're looking for someone else to play with. So you could turn up on your own, and then meet some good tabletop playing friends.
Yeah, but the main floor of PAX shuts at 6, but all that stuff stays open later, so you can just play through the evening.
Yeah, up until midnight, I think.
Yeah,
at PAX East,
which
so-
is apparently that whole area gets really. I wasn't in there at night, but apparently it's
Yeah.
pretty buzzing
That's
in the
cool.
old tabletop area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was a really good idea. I've not seen it at another convention. I thought it was cool.
Should try PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, well,
All-
PAX Unplugged is
all
just all
tabletop
that.
stuff, right?
But yeah, that was ace.
Merchman Dan says Pikachu's cheeks light up. This is the greatest console.
Oh, it's the Pikachu, the much maligned Pikachu N64.
Much maligned, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about.
I had never seen that console before.
I hadn't
And-
either. So to be specific,
Yeah.
what you're talking about is a special Nintendo 64
Yeah.
that has a little Pikachu on its case.
Yeah.
With little cheeks. And the
you-
cheeks
you
light
turn
up.
it on, and
Yeah.
the cheeks are like Pikachu's rosy cheeks. And if you've watched any of the Outside Extra Pikachu challenges, you'll know that I'm a big fan of Pikachu's
Yeah.
rosy cheeks.
That's
It's
the
main-
irreducible essence of
Yeah,
Pikachu is
exactly.
the rosy cheeks.
But that's amazing. I can't believe they don't do more consoles with like weird.
Maybe
light
that
up-
one was only available in the US or something?
Yeah, I've never seen it before. So
Yeah.
we were in the
Classic console free play area.
Yeah, and Luke was like immediately made a
I
big
must
time.
play F-Zero X immediately. Everything else is cancelled.
Yeah, well,
PAX is
yeah,
cancelled.
Yeah, PAX is cancelled. And we're like, Luke, we have an appointment. He's like, no time to play F-Zero X. But yeah, that was an ace console. I really think they should stop this trend of making consoles look like high-end pieces of consumer
Right,
hardware.
and make them look like
and
fun
make them
toys.
look like light-up children's toys instead. I think everyone needs to just get over it.
Get over themselves.
Yeah, get over
Make-
themselves and
Make
enjoy
their
it.
£400 pieces of hardware look like £5
Stupid
toys.
Fisher Price Babies toy. Yeah.
No, that Pikachu console is brilliant.
It was ace.
It's
If you
genuinely
if you own one of those or
Yeah.
did, write
You're
and
very
tell us.
lucky. Yeah.
And send us pictures because I want to see more. It was
Good.
awesome.
Being a massive evil corporation gives you the opportunity to make terrible mistakes on a much bigger scale. Whether that's accidentally endangering all of humanity, dabbling with supernatural powers beyond your control, or worst of all, upsetting the shareholders.
Okay, well, from PAX
Mm.
to the evil corporations. Do you remember that feature
Yeah,
that we
and
did
the
about
dumbest mistakes they
stupid things?
inevitably made.
Yeah, because they're all too busy doing evil, aren't they? And they're like, oh, evil, evil. And that's why they forget the simple stuff. And then all of a sudden, they've got Mr. X running around. And then where are we? Mr. X Town. Think on that. So the first comment on this is from Hebrew Hammer 86, who says, honourable mention for the companies making plasmids in the Bioshock series, giving people the ability to shoot lightning and fire out of their hands, but with the unfortunate side effect of turning them into disfigured mutants. When those customers get angry for that, sure is a shame they now have the ability to shoot freaking fire out of their hands and get revenge.
That's true.
It does seem short-sighted to
Yeah.
turn your customers into
If you
supernatural
were really
wizards.
an evil plasmid manufacturing company and smart, you would manufacture it so the side effects were to make your customers weaker and less
And,
powerful.
yeah, or just like
And then you'd have all their money and they wouldn't have any recourse to get back at you.
Yeah, or just some sort of genetic programming that made them disposed to buying things.
Oh yeah. So
Or
you're
like
like,
they could
this
fire money
plasmid
out of
will
their
give
hands.
you fireball powers,
Yeah.
but actually what it'll do is make you genetically pre-programmed to buy disposable electronics. So.
I'm still not sure what the business model is. Like what I've always liked those like plasmid description videos when you
Yeah.
pick one up and it's like
Use this to light cigarettes.
yeah. Oh, this shock jockey lets you power the lights in your home, and it's like 10,000 volts out of your hands. Or the one that fires bees in the original Bioshock. Who needs that?
Unleash insects against groups of enemies. Attack lots of enemies at the same time.
Well, it's a satire on unrestrained consumerism, Andy, and the madness to which it leads.
Like
expect.
bucking bronco.
Okay, go on.
That's a vigor in Bioshock Infinite that allows you to launch people into the air.
Yeah.
They just float there for
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
So its one use is knocking people out of cover so you can shoot them. But like, what else? Why are the homemakers of Columbia buying that? What are they doing with it?
I mean, that's consumerism for you, Andy.
It's a fair point. It's an awesome bottle. To be fair, the marketing is excellent. So I guess it's satire. I never read that. Good job. Divyansh Dewan says, what about Faro Industries in Horizon Zero Dawn? That company made killer robots capable of self-multiplying and consuming biomass as fuel, and oh, what else? Yeah, ends life as we know it.
You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Classic mistake, isn't it? Biomass feeding machines.
Didn't they invent a robot that runs on human blood?
That seems more like an art piece, like than an actual working robot. Yeah, I think there's been lots of like speculation and concepting of robots that can self-fuel with biomass. So like you send a robot into the forest and then it runs out of juice, and then it's like, oh, I'll just nom on some plants or whatever.
It's an
and
entire deer.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Seems like a bad idea, I would say.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it sort of
yeah. Just make it run on batteries. Batteries are fine.
does. Well, yeah, battery's got to come from somewhere, Andy.
So I've not played Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Is that what the situation
I mean,
is? This, like,
I hope that Horizon Zero Dawn has been out long enough now that is not considered a substantial spoiler, because otherwise it is a substantial spoiler. Yeah, so it turns out when you make a really, really powerful AI and let it control lots and lots of robots, and those robots feed on
Run on human
biomass. It's a recipe for disaster.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems
No,
like a
that is
mistake.
actually a really good one. I kicked myself because I did play Horizon Zero Dawn, and I kicked myself when I read that comment. I was like, oh, that's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Actually, all the people responsible for the apocalypse in Horizon Zero Dawn just make mistake on top of mistake on top of mistake. They really double down on their mistakes.
Double down on the
They're like,
stupidity.
the only way to save the world is to just everyone hobble up in this bunker,
And then we'll let this this vampire
Well.
robot in with you.
I forget the exact details, but I remember thinking it was a foolish plan.
Okay, well, I like the ones we had in there, particularly the Umbrella Corporation and its Mr. X program.
Well, a lot of people made the point that actually Mr. X isn't the greatest of all Umbrella's mistakes, actually.
I mean, they've done a lot.
Probably fair.
They have
they've
done
had
a lot.
plenty. Yeah.
The British Wolf says, in reference to your comment that Mr. X would be more terrifying if he were nude.
Oh yeah.
If he
I
were
maintain that's true.
if he were nude, there's a mod that puts him in shades, flip-flops, and an Umbrella brand speedo. Have you seen that mod?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
I
he?
think I've seen stills of it. I think that's probably less terrifying than fully nude.
What, the beachwear?
Beachwear is a very unthreatening sort of outfit, I think.
I feel like I can ascribe more malice to him in that outfit because you've interrupted his beach day. So he's like really angry.
All right, he's so mad, he's so steamed at
Yeah.
you that he's come off vacation straight from the beach.
Well, it's like he's
to
on
wreck
call,
you.
and they're like, "We've got a Leon Kennedy in the station," and he's like,
well, now I'm
on.
mad."
I told them no calls. I'm on holiday. They're like, "You've really got to come in.
Yeah.
You've got to do this for
Well,
us, Mr.
maybe
X."
you're right.
And he's like,
Now you're gonna get it. Now X gonna give
Now
it to you.
X gone give it you. Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But yeah, there's the modding community, as ever, has done what they do best, which is tiny thong mods for everyone. So there's a Leon one as well. Yeah. And the Mr. X one, it's there, it exists. Probably won't install it myself, but you know.
Oh, but the Thomas the Tank Engine one is really good.
The Thomas the Tank Engine one is good. I mean,
Mr. X becomes a Thomas the Tank Engine.
it looks ridiculous.
And just like steams through walls. Yeah.
The DMX one, the X Gonna Give It To You one, is good because of the way the music like slowly fades in.
Yeah.
It's like you'll be going through some drawers in the police station and you'll just hear this.
Where's that coming from?
Yeah, you're like, where? And then it's like, X Gonna Give It To You. Yeah, it's that type of thing. So,
oh, Capcom, you really should have licensed that. That should have been part of the game.
Yeah.
If that was an unlockable, I would unlock it.
yeah, like the original Bleeps and Bloops thing, soundtrack thing that you can add.
Yeah.
License the DMX.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so those were some comments. Thank you very much for them this week. But that's all we got time for the feedback, because we're so busy with the conventions right now. In fact, what are we doing still here? Let's get Mike back in here. We need to wrap things up.
Yeah, and then we've got to go to EGX Res.
Oh my God, we should be there right now. All right, Mike, get back in here.
Oh, we've got 2 more D&D shows left to do.
Oh my God, where's my Coruscant wig? That's it for Show of the Week. Thanks for watching. But before you go, don't forget that you can check out the merch shelf underneath this video for a whole host of Outside Xbox merch items, including t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, and loads of my channel's personal belongings.
Hey, I told you I'm not putting my stuff on merch shelf. I need it for my daily life.
Take it out with Teespring. Go for the car.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
All right, lunch.
I've actually already got something.
Chicken.
Yeah, things got pretty ugly in that truck, Andy. I did some things that are going to haunt me.
Can I have some?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, thanks.